Okay, we're using some Marnine Spar Varnish. A satin finish. On some oak trim, white oak trim. And we really want to put on thin coats, not too thick. And really brush it into the grain. And they say going in one direction is a good thing. So they say. Notice I'm doing the edges. On this board I did the other side, about an inch on the underside because it's exposed like it was on the old one. You can see it here. It had some, that's an old piece, and it had some stain and varnish on the edge. In case anybody wants to get on the ground and look up on the stairway, which most people don't, but I'm not going to do less than what was done. We usually do more than what was done by someone else. Sort of our way of doing things, like the best we can do. Basically called tipping, and it's a very light, using the tip of the brush to try to make the final pass nice and smooth. You can see in this piece where it's been stained along the edges. This is what I did to the last piece too, as I polyurethane the edge that's exposed. Try to wrap around the corner a little bit. That's nice, the way some of that grain comes out. The varnish like brings out the richness of the wood. Today is a perfect day. It's like 70 something degrees. I have all my windows open for nice ventilation. So I have to breathe a lot of this Marnine Spar Varnish. Flip this piece. possible. Hopefully you can still see where I'm varnishing. Like I said, this is a Marnine Spar Varnish. And the reason why we use that is because we want a nice, hard, durable surface. The most durable finish that I can put on this interior trim is Marnine Spar Varnish. It has some UV inhibitors. If it did get sunlight, it would not break down as fast, but we just want to make a nice durable finish. This kind of finish could last on here easy 20 years if it's done right. This is going to get multiple coats. And what we're going to do is we're going to light sand in between coats. I take this brush and tip the edges. If you also noticed, I use a very bright light. And this will help you to see where your varnish went and where it didn't go. Take a look, I put some dowels that are holding up my wood so it's off the ground and little contact with the material so it won't interfere too much. Some bigger pieces to do. These are also trim pieces. These pieces won't get really any hands on them. It's not really as important to put in as many coats as on a handrail, especially. Handrail is going to get multiple coats. I would recommend 3 coats minimum. This way you build up the finish. It's almost like glass or glazing a donut. That's a Krispy Kreme donut because they have the best glaze. I can see a lot easier where varnish completely coats the material and where it's light. Piece. This way. Making sure that I do the mitered cuts just said that has the same finish all the way around. These were pre-cut and duplicated the original pieces so that none of this staining and varnishing had to be done in the house. All of this is done in the shop. It's very hard to work with stains inside someone's house. You do it, but you have a shop, you much rather use a shop than in someone's home. Especially the smell of the marine varnish is very intense. Just getting something to put it under so it doesn't rust directly on the table. The product that we're using is called McCluskey Man of War Marnine Spar Varnish. It's basically the most durable finish you can put on a boat, which is exposed to the sun. Okay, we have one more piece to do. We'll be all done. And this will have to dry 24 hours before it can be lightly sanded. Be sure that I didn't this is the last piece we have to do. And we'll let this dry for 24 hours overnight and lightly sand it with like 220 between coats. Maybe we can try some 400. 400 might be a little too fine, but we'll try it first to do the finest sandpaper we can use. You could see on the other pieces, you might not be able to see it on camera, but I could see it, where it looks like you have misses. And it's probably not a miss because you use a light when you put it on. It's probably drying, so it looks like there's a miss. You don't want to go over something after it starts to set up. And once we're done with our Marnine Spar Varnish, close it up. Actually, make sure I have, well, that's okay. Here's a little trick I learned many years ago. If you have oil-based paints and you want to save your brushes for the next day, I'm just trying to take off a label, but it doesn't want to come off. Doesn't have to come off, but what I'm going to do is going to put some paint thinner in this plastic quart mixing bucket. As you can see, I use my 5-in-1 tool to make a slot for my paintbrush. Open it up and use a good quality thinner to keep your brush ready for the next time, so you don't have to go out and keep on buying brushes. I want to put enough thinner in here to cover the bristles, and I'll even work it a little bit. I'll push the brush down into the thinner to try to get some of the thicker varnish off the brush. I think that's enough. Let's see, need a little more. Okay. As you can see, pushing the brush into the thinner, basically like cleaning the brush, taking as much varnish, thinning that varnish that's on the brush off of it, pushing bristles down hard, bending them, and you can see the thinner is full of varnish now. Then you take that lid, you put a slot on it, you put your brush through it, and you seal it up. And you make sure that the bristles are not bent at the bottom. You want your bristles not to be touching the bottom, or at least not touching much. This way your bristles will stay straight. And there you go. Use my 1 quart. You close your thinners, seal your varnish up for the next day, and that's Classic Renovators doing some Marnine Spar Varnish on some trim that we're transforming. It used to be red oak and very orange, like you can see. Here's the old color, and compare that to the new color, it's like night and day. Thank you.